welcome to the Mess Hall Podcast. That's the name of this thing. We've been off a couple weeks. I think I was sick once, and then had a thing last week.
Had a thing?
Yeah.
Can we talk about the thing?
I think so. I don't care.
Let's just
I got
say
hair
also
surgery.
Who we are, too. Andrew Youngblood got hair surgery.
That's Andrew Youngblood, and I'm Jamie.
Rowan. The people will believe that because Jamie is a boy's name, and I've always been self-conscious
and
about that.
Andrew's
So
a pussy's
thanks.
name. So
there he is.
there you go. I got hair surgery last Tuesday, so I can do it. I was all fucked up on drugs.
We actually have this weirdly in common because it's not the same, but I got microblading.
You shaved your vagina.
No, that's been gone for a long time. We talked about...
Oh, yeah, you lasered it.
Yeah, I actually
pew,
had a
pew.
weird interaction with my laser lady. They're still like...
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah. No, that's normal for them, but I made it weird.
I got a laser. What'd I do?
I'm getting a laser.
No, I got like a hair... Well, I don't have it. Someone left it. I have it here. Someone left a hair laser here.
I literally thought you were talking about... I thought you were...
Like a laser pointer? You think that's what I think gets rid of body hair?
I was picturing like you being a Star Wars fan and having like a lightsaber in your room.
You think I'm a Star Wars fan? Which I do have the poster right there. But I'm not like a big Star Wars fan. I like movies. I'm not like Star Wars geek or anything. That's the only Star Wars thing I had, and I just got it because it's a classic movie. So I put up I put posters of like classic movies.
You just said, do you think I'm a Star Wars fan? There's my Star Wars poster on the wall.
Yes, but I'm not like a... There's a Star Wars fan and then like a Star Wars fan.
And there was a little baby Grogu thing out there.
Grogu?
The little baby...
What the fuck is a Grogu?
Don't lie, you know what Grogu is.
I don't know what a Grogu is. I don't think that's a thing.
It is.
Is that a thing?
It's Baby Yoda.
It's Baby Yoda's actual name is Grogu or Grogu.
He's a Star Wars fan, not me.
I'm actually the opposite, but I do know that.
I didn't know that at all.
I'm a Star Wars hater.
I watched The Mandalorian.
I like Natalie Portman, so I watched that one.
That guy.
Whatever that one was. What was it?
That's like a bad one.
I don't know. I just like Natalie Portman. And my husband loves Natalie Portman.
Well.
And I'm a good wife, so whenever she's naked in a movie or shows anything,
you're like, let's do it.
I time it, and I'm like, babe.
We can have sex now. You're finally turned on.
We have some similarities. She's also a Jew.
Okay.
And old.
Yeah.
All right, get back to the hair
where's
surgery.
a baby Yoda? Where do I have a baby Yoda?
Maybe I'm imagining it.
I think you're imagining a baby Yoda. I'm literally, my brain is going...
You have little figurines that look like
Those
baby
are Ninja
Yodas.
Turtles. Those are Ninja Turtles. That's way different.
Okay, you're
Less dorkier. That's a gremlin. I'm trying to think of anything that could be...
All right, now you're just trying to get away from this story, so let's hear it.
No, I just got it.
I want to hear, like, how'd you meet this like underground shit? How'd you meet them? Because most people,
you think I got underground black market surgery?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be funny if I just had really curly black hair all of a sudden? I went to the black market.
You come back with a perm.
Yeah. No, it was a referral. I went. The guy was weird, but I kind of liked him. I had the consultation, and the dude had his feet up with no shoes on, just socks, just walking around in socks. And I was like, "You're a fucking doctor, dude." And then he like drew on my head. He's like, "This is what we'll fix." Boom,
that
boom,
is
boom.
extremely concerning.
I know, but he's like, "Yours pretty good. You don't even need it." And I go, "But I wear my hair back on stage, and I'm filming at the end of the year."
Salesy. That's like reverse
he
psychology.
Was, yeah. He was like, he goes, "Honestly, you could wait. You don't really have to do it if you don't want to." I go, I think I want it. And then I come back. We're doing it. And it's crazy because they numb the fuck out of your head. They just shoot you up with all these drugs. You take a Valium.
Oh, but you're awake?
And you can feel like they cut. I'll send these photos. This is for Patreon because they're gross. This is too. If you want to see it, be warned. They're pretty gross. They basically take this like almost like a metal straw kind of thing, but it's got blades on the end, right? Like a hollowed saw, and they just fucking uproot a hair from the back of your head. And they just pull it out.
This man is in socks.
Well, not at this part. Not this part. He wasn't. And also, it was just the nurse at this point. He just like left the room.
What?
Yeah.
None of this sounds right.
I know. Well, and so they pulled out 1,000 hairs out of my back and my head. It looked like the photo of it looks like Woody Woodpecker. Here, I'll show it to you right now. I'll pull it up quick.
All right, I'm gonna try to for those of you that can't see it, I'm gonna try to verbally.
Yeah. Wait.
Explain.
I'll send it to you. You can Do a little screen
Ooh,
grab
blur it, because that's only for Patreon.
Yeah, losers. Ooh, look at that.
Oh God. Okay, so what I'm looking at is like, have you seen the Pinhead thing?
It looks
the
like
Pinhead
a fucking
guy
cheddar
from that
cheese
horror film.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Do you know what I'm talking about? The
Look
guy
at
with
the
all
zoom
the
in.
thing. Oh God.
Pinhead from
It's
Hellraiser.
like
From Hellraiser.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it looks like.
I feel like I want to squeeze them. Like they look like blackheads or something. But
Except
anyways,
for
they're just holes. They're
but
this
each
whole
little
hole.
hole has like blood seeping out of it.
Yeah, because they cut around the hair. They don't just plug a hair and then plug a hair in, right? So they cut around the hair. It's like if you're planting a tree, you take all the roots and dirt with it. That's what they do for your hair, essentially. And the worst part about it, they numb me all up, so I'm not feeling any of this. But you can feel them like pop through your skin, and you can feel a grind, but you're like none of it hurts, but you can hear it, and it's a weird feeling that you can't feel any pain, but you're knowing someone's cutting right into you. Yeah, and so they do that. The worst part about it, he's like, you don't have to shave your head. And I was like, cool, I don't want to. He goes, I'm pretty good at giving a fade. Well, you saw my hair. It's bad. We can post a photo of that too. Like that wasn't a fade. He just shaved the sides, which luckily my hair grows fast.
Nothing about this man sounds legit.
Well, so we're doing the surgery. So they do that part where they take all of that, and then they do, I think it's called P&P or something like that, or they do this thing where they take your blood out, right? They put it in a jar, and then they put it in a spinning machine, and then it spins your blood up.
Yeah.
All the plasma goes up to the top.
Centrifuge.
Yeah. They take out the plasma. They soak all your hairs in the plasma, and they take you to the next step where they flip you over, and they fuck you in the ass.
This guy sounds like he was just lubing you up.
No, they flip you over, and this is it's a older Hispanic lady at this point. I hadn't seen him in an hour, and
she can peg you too.
and she's like, well, she does. She takes a scalpel, and they had already draw a line on it, and she cut 1,000 holes into my fucking head, like boop 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 boop. Look, I got the scabs to prove.
I mean, that looks like heaven compared to the picture.
That picture. My back of the head still hurts. This not so much.
Why does your back hurt?
My back of my head, where they stole all the fucking skin.
There's a lot of stuff happening on your backside that I don't think was part of the surgery.
Yeah. Well, it's rough. And so then they get to the third part where it's a lady and another lady. They're like, what do you want? I'm watching.
Ooh,
I'm like, yeah, it's a threesome. But they're taking my hairs that have been soaked in my blood, and then they're just planting them in these little holes that they made on my fucking head. And I'm just like watching TV with these two old Hispanic nurses, and they're like judging what I'm watching. I was flipping through, Wild and Out was on, and I was like, I like Wild and Out enough, so I'm watching Wild and Out.
Naughty Smith.
Yeah, and they're like, we haven't watched this in forever, and I was like, yeah, let's change it. And then so I put on Mallrats, and
explain where you are.
I'm in a doctor's office.
House?
No, it's a doctor's office. They just have a TV because I'm awake. I can, they're putting in my head. They're like working behind me, basically, right? I'm like this.
I've taken a Valium once. That shit's amazing.
The TV's just there, and I'm just flipping through. I get on Mallrats. The doctor's in there at this point, and then we're. It's the three of them working on me, planting little hairs everywhere. And there's a scene in Mallrats where there's tits. And then the doctor's like, uh-oh, I'm getting distracted. And I was like, I gotta change this. I don't know. It felt bizarre. It was really weird. And then I was fucked up for 4 days.
With the tits with the 3 nipples, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
One tit, 3 nipples, or 3 tits?
I don't really remember.
2 tits, 3 nipples.
I kind of panicked when they pointed it. When I saw the tits come on, I was like, they're gonna think I'm a pervert. I was like trying to change it, but I was pretty close to the end of the surgery. They wrapped me up. I come home. That was last Tuesday, and that's why I couldn't do Tuesday, because I wasn't sure what kind of, like, when I got home, I was like, I am fucked up. Like, I was taking Tylenol 3s on codeine.
An episode on Valium where you're on Valium.
My head was wrapped in a bandage. I had a whole bandage I had to wear for 2 days after that.
It would have been amazing.
Yeah, it would have been fucked up. I was like,
drooling.
Yeah, I Ubered home. I wanted a friend to pick me up, but then I got worried that, like,
you don't have any friends.
No, they go to other worlds.
They live in Canada.
Yeah, they don't know how to drive. But I Ubered, and because I was worried that I'd be like real fucked up and I'd say something stupid or whatever. You ever see those like laughing gas commercials?
But you trusted an Uber driver? That is
He
such
doesn't fucking know me.
Women could not do that.
No one's coming after me.
You
I'm
always say
I'm
that,
not the ideal target. Although had some experiences, but that's for
And
the NCIS edition.
that's
That's for the
our
Patreon.
drama,
Yeah.
drama podcast, our therapy podcast.
God, if the listeners could hear what we talk about before we roll the cameras, it'd be such a better podcast, wouldn't it?
I am constantly trying to get you to talk about that shit.
I
but
know. I think soon I'll start talking about my personal life. I'm opening up a little bit. I'm getting more comfortable with it.
Give the people what they want.
Yeah, well, they want me to sing karaoke, which makes no sense. Also,
in a wig. She did request a wig.
Why a
did you see
wig?
that?
No.
A Taylor Swift song and a Taylor Swift
I'm not
wig.
doing a wig, lady.
Come on.
Unless you send me pictures of you in a wig.
Ooh. She can pull off any hair color. She could just do it.
All right. Tell her to add me on Facebook. And then
Add Andrew on Facebook.
We'll get
Can we
wigs.
shout out to
We'll
our one?
wig
We
out.
should shout out to
our one of many
Patreon members, but we'll just shout her out specifically.
Yeah,
Michelle
that's-
Reynolds.
First Patreon member.
We
There you
are
go.
first. Yeah, we
That was
love
very
you.
exciting.
You're the best.
Yes, I didn't even know you existed.
Yes,
but
he
now
did.
I do.
Now he's excited.
I'm very excited. I have to sing karaoke, and it's all your fault, and it only costs you $5 goddamn. Are you kidding me? That's a steal,
that
dude.
is a steal.
I've paid way more to see my friends do way less embarrassing things, I think.
Why are you paying your friends?
How else do you guys have friends?
Did you do college? I forget.
I did college for a little bit.
Did you do a fraternity?
Year and a half. No, I did party at fraternities though. They were fun. But no, come on, look at me. You think I was a frat dude?
Well, you partied at fraternities.
Well, they have good parties, and also it's just a different school.
They have good parties.
Yeah, there were no fraternities at the school I went to.
They have rapey parties.
Well, yeah, probably. That's what you hear. I don't know. Yeah, is how you went to what? Arizona State,
biggest party school, one of the biggest party schools in the country.
You majored in blow bangs.
Super rapey.
Yeah.
Super. Actually, that
is that a true, like? Is it a
I think now
stereotype that the fraternities are rapey, or they are pretty rapey? Is that I don't know.
It's very rapey,
Yeah,
but
I think they're pretty rapey.
I think it's like maybe now everybody's
They're onto
it's
it.
post Me Too, so I don't know. I went. This was like 2004 to 2008. So
Even amongst their own ranks, though, like hazing and all that, like it's.
I remember when they would like accidentally kill a kid. Into the hazing times.
the hazing shit is. My brother
They're like
was
drink
in
an entire bottle of vodka, shove this up your ass,
Yeah.
and then run across the field and steal a gun from a cop, and then you can be in. They're like, I'll do it.
That's also
master.
just like young, like you do stupid shit. But my brother was in a fraternity at Tulane in New Orleans, and I just remember one of the hazing things was they took those, those like old timey washboards where you like would wash clothes, and it's like a cheese grater. Well, they basically like cheese grated his back and poured salt into the wounds. And that was part of the hazing. I don't understand.
Actual torture.
Yeah, talking about Pinhead and Hellraiser.
Yeah.
I don't understand what the fuck that does, but it makes you blood brothers or something.
Yeah. That's actually why I got the hair thing, as I'm pledging a fraternity.
That's so sad.
Yeah. So they really fucked me.
So is it gonna like grow naturally?
Yeah, it's all good. So all those scabs you saw, we'll post photos. I don't care. You know what? I was worried. I was like, should I hide it from people? And I decided not to. I'm very confident with it.
Because you can't.
You could. I could just wear a baseball hat for 2 weeks, and then all these scabs will be gone.
I did see you last night, and you seemed very happy. You seemed very like happy-go-lucky. You're all
I
about it.
wasn't, but I was just drunk. I was drunk. I'm never happy-go-lucky. But I was drunk, and but I'm not hiding it. And I think that's more. I think it's okay to not hide it because if a girl got a boob job, they don't hide those, right? What's different?
There is like usually. So this is much less of a thing, and it's not. But I got the microblading. We both have this thing in common from the past week. We got hair things. I got microblading on my eyebrows, and they like patch and flake and fall off, and you can't really hide it. It's gross.
Ew.
You can't really hide it, but like there are women or there are people who.
How did anyone marry you?
Stop being an asshole.
I'm kidding. I'm just joking. I am being mean this
Because
episode. I don't
I'm
know
the
why. I'm
best.
sorry.
No, I actually like being razzed. I like abuse.
Who doesn't want? Oh, gross! I'm turning her on.
Be mean to me. No,
Ah.
I do think it's like very
Penis
lovey.
shrank.
It's very lovey. That's like what people did. This is what I was saying on the Zod episode. It made me think about it. Like friends too. I think you razz each other. Like I want you. You were saying you didn't feel like you should say bitch. I'm like say it because
True. Well, I just don't want people to think I call everyone a bitch. I'll call you a bitch.
yeah.
don't mind.
But it like is more natural and comfortable when you just like say it. I'll tell you if you're being a dick.
Well, that's how I feel. You know, when people talk about clean comedy, dirty comedy, that's how I feel about it. Is I don't talk clean, so I'm not going to write clean. So I don't have that voice. So when someone's like, "Oh, it's harder to write clean," not necessarily. Maybe that guy just is a clean. He doesn't talk like I talk.
I don't
So
even know what that means.
What do you mean? Clean comedy to? What do you mean? What do you?
Clean when someone's like, "Can you do a clean whatever?" I'm like,
Well,
I cannot cuss.
You don't cuss. You don't talk about sex. It's no cum. You take all the comedy out of it. That's not true. But I mean, there's really good clean comics. But you're not talking about like racy or sexy or that
like
kind of shit.
Gaffigan.
Yeah, he's talking about hot pockets.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah,
I
so
just
that's what
always
clean.
say yes, and it's a lie.
Oh, so you don't know? You just agreed. You said yes, like, oh, I get it now, and you don't get it.
No, I'm saying when someone wants to book.
I thought that's what you were saying.
I still don't get. Honestly, I still don't. I think it means something different to everyone. But I'm saying when someone books me to do clean comedy, I just say yes, and then I just do my regular jokes.
I always think of this: Adam Sandler, Billy Madison. You remember that movie,
Yeah, of course.
right? When the
Classic.
guy walks outside and he steps on the flaming bag of shit, and he goes, "It's poop again!" And then Adam Sandler goes, "He called the shit poop." It's so funny to me, and that is the difference: is you can't swear, you got to say poop instead of shit. That's
I mean, I can take.
I always think of
I
that.
feel like something won't hit as hard, but you can change words. But I feel like sex. Can you like?
I don't think you got to be. You can't be graphic with it for sure. You know.
I don't know. It's also subjective.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I've done some corporate gigs where they're like, you got to be a little bit cleaner or a little stay away from this, stay away from that, and I've done it. I can fake myself through a clean set, but you could tell I'm not quite there. That's goofy.
So can I just? This kind of plays well into this thing that I did with the lady who does my what is it? Laser hair removal thing,
Yes.
and so.
Oh yeah, you're saying you're getting. How do we get off? We did not finish that?
Because I wanted to hear about your hair thing first. I had all the things.
Okay, but she was giving you weird looks when she was lasering your
No,
vagina.
she wasn't giving me weird looks. I made it weird. So I never know
Go figure.
how I sound to people. And I think like when I'm being jokey or like, it's a very intimate thing. She's like down there and, getting in there. So I feel like we have a bond,
Yeah.
me and this girl.
Mm-hmm.
All right. She's looking me dead in the eye and then looking that dead in the eye. And so I'm like, okay, I'm super curious as a straight woman what mine is like.
Oh my God, did you
Compare-
ask? Were you like, how we looking, Doc?
I
how we...
literally, here's the thing. Obviously, can look at my own, but I see way less than you do. And like random internet ones, it's just not the same. So I wanted a professional's opinion.
Let's put it on the Patreon.
And I was like,
and we'll ask what everyone thinks.
I was like, no, this lady's a professional. Okay.
Okay.
And so I figured, how do I word this in like a way that's just like silly, will make her laugh maybe, but she'll also I really want to know.
What did you say?
I was like, how does it stack up? And,
That's bad.
and I thought like it's kind of goofy.
She's like, it smells weird.
But also like I just want to know like size, like is it okay?
What'd she say?
She
Giggled?
no. I wish she would have giggled.
She
This is
pulled her
so
finger out and was like,
this is so no one can see what he just did. He just licked his finger, put it in the air.
oh,
and
it's
like,
a video podcast.
all right. This is so humiliating. She left and got another person to come finish. I'm so ashamed.
God, she must have
That's
hated
awesome.
you.
I'm
Where'd you go, the
so
Pretty
ashamed.
Kitty?
I was like, but I'm like, come on. I'm obviously like you. Why is she so uptight?
Where was a stranger? Like you don't, it's not. You
It's
don't
not
have like the same
girl.
person every time.
No.
Where do you go? The Pretty Kitty thing?
No,
that place,
it's a bigger. It's like clear stone. It's like a chain, and they always have a
I
different.
think you got to get a person.
It's whoever's available. Yeah, I guess we hadn't like built up enough trust, but she was.
I know.
down
I got
there.
some friends. I can recommend
No,
you.
I only need I probably don't need any more, maybe one more. But I love them, and they're normally good. But I feel
How's it feel getting
I'll
your
probably go to a
butthole
different one.
waxed?
It's not wax. It's
Oh,
a
you're
laser.
Oh, you're lasering.
It's
yeah,
all
yeah.
laser.
Sorry.
But it is. They do ask, do you want to flip over? Do you want to hold your knees to your chest?
Where do you go?
I'm like, whatever you want, babe.
Damn.
Whatever.
Do they have a strict no joking policy or something?
They must.
I'm gonna get in the laser biz.
She was so uptight. I was like, you have to joke during this.
Do they ever make laser sounds?
I
There we
wish
go.
you would have. That
Like
honestly
something
would have
funny?
made it
Yeah.
better.
It really.
God, I'm so ashamed.
The thing sounds like a old timey photograph going off, kind of, right?
You smell burning.
Yeah,
That's what's creepy.
Yeah. We can do it after this. It's still here. We can get some hair off your chin if you want, or your hands. I don't know, knuckles, whatever you want. You're supposed to shave first, though, I guess.
I don't really have.
But-
I'm like kind of like a.
Let's all just laser each other after this.
Okay, it sounds good. Patreon.
Yeah. It's fun. You can't do it over your tattoos. You'll hurt. I did it over this tattoo. I was curious. I wanted to fuck around with it.
Does it get rid of it? It's a laser for the tattoo removal too.
Yeah, but it's not as It's more powerful for that. So no, it didn't. But it did burn. Like you can't. It also doesn't work for gray hair. It'll work.
Yeah,
for,
or blonde or anything.
Only dark hair.
Yeah.
So it's a pigment thing. I don't know. I don't get it. I'm not an expert, but I know a lot about
It's
it.
a pigment thing. You know a lot about it.
Yep.
You.
I don't know what I'm
You
doing with
wish.
it. Yeah.
You wish.
Yeah, I wish it was blue and oversized.
Okay.
Avatar.
I.
That's what they look like.
Do they have sex in Avatar? Oh
Well,
yeah, they like
It's
link
Disney,
hair.
and they link hair. Come on.
I think that's
You
what
think
they're.
they'd fuck?
I think that's what it is. I think it's like linking hair. I haven't been to a movie in forever.
Want to go see Mario?
I go to a movie. Maybe if I was like on a substance or something. Which, by the way, I want to hear about the rest of these 2 weeks.
Oh, I was just high the whole time. I was on Tylenol 3 with codeine, so I was like, boom, boom, slept like a king, woke up hurting, took more, went back to sleep. Just did that for until I ran out, and now I'm still in a little pain, but not bad. I'm
Don't go
I'm
back
going
for
out.
more.
I'm just alcohol abusing, but I do that anyways.
Do your ice crunch for
I know. I've
for
been
the
doing
team.
it. Been doing it the whole episode.
Hold up.
People are gonna complain eventually.
I went to Mexico.
You did go to Mexico. Yeah. How was that?
It
Did
was
you bring
great.
back
It was rescheduled.
any diarrhea?
No, I kind of wish. Then I would look so svelte. What are you
Sorry.
doing?
Yeah, it was a little painful. All right, let's hear about your diarrhea.
He's just. Are you high right now?
No. No, I felt really bad before this podcast. I almost canceled on you guys. I was just feeling so I was so hungover. I
And
drank
tired?
way too long. I drank from 4 till 2. It's too long, and so I didn't put on my hangover
Wild
patch.
and crazy night that you won't talk about.
Never.
I also slept for just a few hours, but only because I tried new shit, and then I get in my head, and then I can't sleep, and then I just stay up watching TV
Yeah, I do that too.
to get my mind off of it.
I do that too.
So yes, Mexico. I
Mexico.
rescheduled my trip. It was amazing, but I feel like we were just also high the whole time, and there are cartels there now. It's not scary, everybody. It's just to give cocaine to white people.
You weren't worried? You
No,
weren't worried at all?
no,
about
everybody-
being sex
it's-
trafficked?
It's not at all like that. We're their bread and butter. The tourists are. They're not trying to hurt us there. Yes,
Jamie was mad no one tried to sex traffic her.
I'm a little bit upset.
She was like showing leg
It
on
was
the
a-
street. She's like, guys, I'm all alone.
it was a birthday trip, and I was feeling very old. I was like, wearing my slutty Cancun outfit, and I was like, but all the Instagram babes are there now, so
Small potatoes.
yeah, there were
That's a
bachelorette
chess joke.
small, but I wish they were the size of small potatoes. That would be an upgrade. I wonder if that's a measurement I could request when I go
Small
and get them done.
potatoes.
I don't want anything too
You're gonna
crazy.
get yours done?
No, I'm not gonna do it. I like a natural look.
Here's a thought.
A thought.
Yes, I was just thinking about this the other day. Sorry. Here, let's go with the Mexico story first.
No.
Or do you wanna hear that?
There's nothing. There's
When-
nothing. It's just cocaine being sold at every
You did
corner.
cocaine?
No, it's just they're there openly. They have these signs up in every restroom that says drugs are illegal. You will be prosecuted. And yet, even in like the fanciest restaurant, there are like 7 dudes with just little like those like crossbody fanny packs,
You look cool.
and they're just selling. They're like families eating dinner and stuff, but you can't go to the bathroom without them being like cocaína, ketamina, like all.
ketamine,
Oh,
Jesus.
all. It's intense.
Wow.
Like yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, but I didn't do anything other than take edibles and get massages.
You
and
got some
play
sun,
around on
I
the
think.
beach. Yeah, I
look
try
a
not to
little
tan
tan.
my face, but the bod is tan.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
You were all black, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, it
You
was
dress like
exciting.
a goth lady.
I know. I kind of
So do
like
I.
it.
So
You do
well,
dress-
not today, but
You do
I'm
kind
all
of
in
look like
black,
a
but-
goth lady with those
Fuck you.
rainbow Crocs on.
yeah, it's all right. I'm going sweatsuit today. Full on Nike. My fit is good. They say my fit's good.
It's good. I like it.
Yeah.
You're trying to get Nike to
I
sponsor
got
us.
Riz. I'm trying to learn all the new.
Is this what I don't know what
You
the
don't-
kids say. I literally
these are
don't know.
things they say. They talk about their fit, their risen.
Yeah.
Riz is like charisma. Like, oh, that guy's got Riz. He gets all the ladies.
But shouldn't we not try? I feel like it's worse. There were like 2 weeks where I was trying to say bet, and it was so embarrassing.
I'm not. I just want to point out that I'm ironically trying. I'm not really talking about people's Rizzes.
I was 1,000% seriously trying to put bet
Bet.
into like everything I said and did for 2 weeks, and it was so.
I say dude a lot,
Cringy.
but that's like mine. I mean, that's not mine, but that's like my generation of you know, dude.
hell-
and like
there was a
I say
hella
gay a
period.
lot.
Do you remember that?
hella. That's hella gay, dude. Yeah, I remember that.
We said the F
That was the
word a
90s
lot.
right there.
Not the
fuck.
Nope.
Oh, I know. That was
The other one.
That was my nickname in high school.
It's still your nickname.
yeah, they just don't say it to me at high school anymore.
Yeah. We're all a little gay.
Yeah, you know.
I do really. When's your birthday?
May 3rd.
May 3rd.
My address, if you want to send me anything, is I'm not giving that out. That's crazy. I've got stalkers.
You do?
Well, I've had a few.
I'm so jealous. I
You'll-
wish I had a
you'll get
stalker.
there. I have 2. They resurface every once in a while. One's bad. The other one probably harmless. Probably. But I did see him at the bar last night.
Him.
Yeah, both guys. I wish I had a female stalker. I had one, but then I slept with her. And now she's not interested. I gotta miss her. So,
You got to keep them wanting more.
Yeah. So, but I'm gonna get rid of these guys too and sleep with them, and that'll
That's
do
a great idea.
it. That'll do it.
That'll do it.
No, one used to threaten to stab me all the time. He's like, "I'm gonna come find you. I'm stabbing you." And he's like, "I'm gonna kill you and your kids." And I was like, "What the fuck?"
That-
He would like comment on every video I had on YouTube. He would like anything I was mentioning on. He would like have these crazy delusions about me. He got like jumped one time and like called the cops and said like I hired them to do it. And I was like, I don't even know who you are, but I will do that. So
Are you
I called the cops on
serious?
them. I had like fucking I had to call. I had
Did
the
you get a
cops out to my.
restraining order?
I did for a while. Yeah, he's disappeared for a while. He'll fucking hear this and he'll be back though. That's how he resurfaces. Something triggers him. Then he's like, "You're ruining
You
everything."
think he disappeared?
He-
He's out back.
It's very possible. One time he threw something. One time I threw him up against a wall and fucked him good. He would have loved it.
I would have loved it. Is there video of this?
No. But I was at Avant Garden back in the day doing Avant Garden. I'm doing a set. He gets some toilet paper or napkin or whatever, wets it up and hits me while I'm on stage with it. I finish my set. I'm so angry at this point that I just grab him and I throw him up against the wall. I was like, if you ever fucking touch me, talk to me, or look at me, I'm going to fucking kill you. Anyways, and then he stalked me a lot more. So,
It's like, yeah, you just
Yeah.
like gave him purpose.
But, I mean, what was I going to do?
this guy's not well. This guy's like.
No, he's mentally, he's an insane person.
So he's a comic.
Well, Yeah, exactly. So the other guy I saw yesterday, I won't call him a stalker as much, but he came to the club with a gun. Not for me, but he's banned from the club, so he messages me all the time about wanting to be unbanned. But he like pulled a gun out on a comic or something like that. It was a whole fucking thing. You remember this drama?
Wait,
Kinda?
yesterday? You just said
No,
yes-
this didn't happen. I ran into him yesterday at a bar, and
Where
we've
we
never
were?
the bar next door, right? Dean's. He was at the bar, and he goes, "Hey, are you Andrew Youngblood?" And I was like, "This guy looks familiar." And then I was like, "Oh shit!" And I'm sitting there, and I'm with a friend, and I was like, "We should go." I just realized who this guy is.
Do I know this?
I don't even
person?
know his fucking name. But I know his Instagram, and it's pretty insane. Anyways, pretty wild. He's pulled the guns out on other comics at other venues too.
So he's a patriot.
He is a patriot. A red-headed. Why are all patriots red-headed?
Red-blooded is the
Well,
what you're
also
thinking
no
of.
red-headed too. It doesn't seem like the craziest people are redheads. Like
Redneck.
like the killers, like the
redneck.
mass shooters and stuff. There's a lot of redhead ones.
Is that right?
The Batman guy, he was redheaded, wasn't he? The one who shut up the Batman theater.
You know a lot about school shooters or whatever. I
Nope,
love
it's my
Conan.
people.
I love Conan O'Brien.
Yeah, I do too. I'm not saying every redhead is crazy. I'm just saying
That's what you're
a lot
saying.
of the people that
Andrew
are.
hates redheads.
I like redheaded. I like crazy. Crazy, that's my cup of tea. I'm with you.
I am genuinely
Give
jealous
me-
that you had stalkers. Is that
Oh,
bad?
you'll get some. Hopefully, we can help get some. I'm surprised you haven't had one.
Yeah,
You're-
not with
you're-
the gun, not the gun.
That's really
got
got to hurt your self-esteem.
Yeah, it really does. Can someone stalk me without weapons?
Come on.
Just write me a love note.
I'll make a fake account. I'll do it for you.
Write me a poem.
Like a true friend.
Can you're emo.
gonna
I feel like you've written a poem. Have you written a poem to a girl?
No.
Yes, you have.
But I've written
And
songs.
he's going to read it
I've
on
written songs.
Patreon.
I've written songs, which is basically a poem. So yes. But it was basically about her breaking up with me. So, anyways, let's take a call.
Yeah,
right? We got to
sorry.
take a call. We got
Yes.
distracted.
All right, everybody, we're about to take a call, but please, if you haven't, call in, leave a voicemail. It's not a live call in. Leave a voicemail. You can text this number. It's 832-744-9492. So
We also take
text, take
Instagram
voicemail.
messages. You can message us individually if you want. Phone numbers, if it's a friend, I don't care. Just message us. We need to give you advice, and you need it because your lives suck.
Be my stalker, and I'll give you advice. And yeah, Instagram. You can also email askjamieandandrew@gmail.com. So that's another way. Get in
That
touch
works.
with us.
Yeah. Let's hear this first. Let's hear this call.
Hey guys, I have an interesting little behavioral quirk that I'd like to get y'all's take on.
Uh-oh.
Whenever there's something that I need to confront or have an argument about with somebody, and usually it's somebody close to me, like not a stranger, so say like significant other, parents, sibling, like that realm. Whenever I need to state my case or approach what's pissing me off in that moment, I usually just start crying. And it's really frustrating because I'm not trying to convey, like, sorrow in that moment. I'm trying to express frustration, and yet I feel like I just start crying, and it makes me even more mad because I don't want sympathy in that moment. I just want to tackle an issue or confront what I feel is a problem. So let me know what y'all think.
Well, I think. Well, all right. So
you want
this
to
is
take this?
this is Ben's wife. Let's throw that out there because I think now I know why he's like we could just make it a call and just not let him know who it is. But I totally get why he wanted that now because he makes his wife cry.
all the
Ben
time.
makes his wife cry.
He looks so cuddly. He looks so nice.
What'd you do? Was she mad when she made this phone call?
No.
Are you
asked
sure?
her-
Was she crying? I'm sorry.
asked her-
what did she want to confront you about, Ben?
I can think of a couple things.
What was it?
but,
Let's hear it.
I mean, the last time this happened was when we needed to have a serious conversation, and it was emotional. And,
About what? You're beating around the bush here.
well, I mean, let's just say it was a personal thing.
All you had to do is say you weren't going to tell us.
So cagey.
I'm giving y'all enough that I would be okay with telling you. Yeah, we were talking about something that was maybe life-changing or
Having
important
kids.
to both of us.
Oh, are you going to have a kid?
Yeah, definitely.
When?
That's the hard part.
Oh,
And,
who's
yeah.
ready? Who's ready?
I don't think either of us are ready at the moment, but
Okay, but she was ready. You're not.
We want to be ready soon. Let's just say that.
Okay.
We want to be ready soon, but the timeline is difficult.
Is one more ready now than the other?
Probably.
Yeah, I can tell. This
By
is
the way,
exactly
don't
what
be
this
shy
is.
about it. He's getting
being
these.
shy.
He's
I'm
getting these
digging.
details that
We
he doesn't.
need.
No, we don't
need
need to
them.
answer
No.
I think so. I got 2 kids, buddy.
Well, no, the thing is that
Oh,
this
that
is
makes
really independent of that. Like, and I'm glad you guys, know what's going on, but
It does make it more relatable
yeah.
because that I feel like literally every couple almost is on a separate timeline with that almost all the time at some point in their relationship. Of course, like you come together, it's fine. But outside of that, her issue is not that. Her issue is generally this issue with crying every time she wants to have a serious conversation. And nothing is worse, by the way, than getting those fucking sympathy eyes. They're like, when you're trying to be like taken seriously. And there's nothing worse, especially when it comes from your significant other, when you get like the sympathy eyes or the you're kind of crazy eyes or the you're over, when you're trying to make a point. It's infuriating, and you're kind of doing it right now.
No, I'm not.
But anyway,
I was letting you talk.
I honor the tears. Like
I'm listening.
Estrogen.
I'm here.
I'll kill you. So, I feel like it is not every woman does this, but a lot of women, a lot of whatever, maybe everybody, but I do think estrogen impacts it. I'll cry.
Ooh.
It does. It just
Feminist.
does.
Feminist.
So I'm saying honor it. It's totally fine. But if you want to be taken seriously and this is something you feel uncomfortable with, maybe like write down what you want to say or like get it initially out and cry to a friend first and then speak to the person you're trying to speak to. I don't know. I feel like that there are like steps you could take beforehand where you get out the initial cry so that you're all cried out. Empty the tank.
I'm pretty emotional, and I've cried in conversations when I'm like bringing something up before, and I think this is bad advice. So that's what this whole podcast is about. But one thing that helps is if you never make eye contact with the person you're talking to. It makes it so much easier to talk
terrible
to.
advice.
It makes it easier to tell them what's going on without having to stare at them and be like, it's a lot. I'm sorry. I told you it was not good advice. What do you want from me? Sometimes
so
I'll have good
dumb.
advice. This is okay. Well, it'll help you not cry. And I'm just trying to solve the cry problem. The rest of it, it's tough talking to people. Life's hard. I get that. That's going to be tough. But I don't look people in the eye ever. So it's
Send
nice.
a text.
No, fuck you. That's way worse.
Send an email that starts to.
I want to have a
may
baby now.
concern.
You don't text that. That's not what you text.
Send-
That's not a text conversation.
Send an email to Ben that says, "Dear Sir."
Yes. Get an HR department for your marriage.
Don't write a.
I'll do it.
Don't write a letter because then your tears will stain the page and you'll still get laughed.
Plus,
at.
you don't want physical evidence that you have feelings. you want to be able to forget them as soon as they're out.
Oh,
That's the whole purpose of saying your feelings is because then you don't have to
become a
have
drug
'em.
addict, and then you won't feel anything, and then tell people things you want to tell
Alcohol.
them.
I've been telling her that.
But yeah,
She
it's
just doesn't-
obvious.
Obvious.
Good.
Are we giving advice because we haven't helped at all?
I think we did. Don't make eye contact. Dump Ben. Have the kids when you want. If Ben doesn't want to have a kid right now, you go out there and you find another way to get pregnant.
That's not what her issue was. That's
And
not why she
I am
called.
going to clarify that sometimes I'm the other direction where I don't want to wait too long because then that's another 18 years of being a parent, right?
True. It's like a jail sentence.
So I've got kind of like a ticking clock thing going on. I got one daughter that's 10, that's going to be 10 soon. And so it's like 10 plus 18. That's 28 years being a dad.
I did that. You don't want to do that.
You don't wanna do
You know,
that.
unhappy you would get when you're like, oh shit, I got 18 more. I was already halfway through this sentence. Now I got a whole nother.
Okay, genuinely. Like, I feel like any woman out there, and yes, I'm in my own head because of my own shit, but it also affects 1 in 8 women. Just get the test done. It's a blood work. When you go to when you go to your OBGYN, if you do keep this in, this is a PSA. Sometimes we do good things. Go on your regular annual well woman and ask them for the blood work. The things you want are your AMH and your FSH. Get those 2 numbers just to know if you have any little eggies left in your ovaries. This has become a medical podcast.
Yeah, I don't.
This
Me
is
and
good
Ben,
advice.
me and Ben can just leave. I think.
Just
We
listen.
don't
Yeah,
need to
I'll
be.
take over.
All right, I'm gonna get the vasect.
You keep saying that.
I'm getting
I'll
it.
believe it
I
when
wanna
see
get it. I'd
on
like
the
to get it.
Patreon.
I'll do a live vasectomy.
Ooh.
Is that possible?
I like that.
That'd be
How much of my
amazing.
dick do I have to show?
We'll blur out the dick, but we want to see a lot of the gore.
I want to see the
It's
inside
not
little
tiny, so
camera
I'm not that embarrassed.
that
but-
goes in.
Now we're talking.
Is there They don't put a camera in your dick.
You know, like
no,
the-
they cut it. They fucking burn it. Sew it.
Yeah, but I think they put they look in there with the little, there's like a little skinny microscope. What am I trying to say?
Endoscopy.
Yeah.
or something like that.
I think they go in there like the magic school bus. And they, Miss Frizzle.
Oh, I'd let Miss Frizzle fucking fly down my urethra.
You're into a Miss. Oh, she is
She's
kind of
kinda hot.
she's a redhead kind of. And she's
Hey.
crazy.
Pet iguana.
Miss
Come on,
Frizzle.
she's a nut. Yeah.
God, I loved that. How
That
magical.
was good,
What a
yeah.
great children's book.
I bet you there's a Miss Frizzle porn.
Oh, for sure.
Yep. You're definitely Googling that.
Oh, can we look
Right
at
after
Ben?
this.
Is there a Miss Frizzle porn?
She was definitely microdosing mushrooms.
Oh, yeah. She's all over the place.
I wonder who wrote that.
There's a Miss Frizzle porn. Magic School Bus porn.
Yeah, I'll look it up 1 second.
Please play it so I can
Okay,
hear it.
but can we not talk about baby stuff anymore? Although, ladies, check. Actually,
I think we
modern
did baby
fertility
to porn
supports-
pretty quick. We really got.
It's kind of connected.
Yeah.
Is there there's probably a lot of
I
pregnant
can bring anything
lady
to porn. Name a topic, we can bring it to porn.
Oh God, that's romance.
Okay, give me a hard one. Literally, you know, there's
give you a hard
Do you know
one?
there's romance porn? Like that's a whole genre of porn called romance porn. It's like porn where they're really into each other.
It does feel like
It's
antithetical to porn.
It's pretty ridiculous.
Like
romance
romance?
porn. Like it's like I love you. They fuck, and you're like, oh my god, these people really love
They
each
make
other.
love.
I'm
you
hard
mean?
now. Yeah.
Oh wow, I found one video on Pornhub titled "Miss Frizzle Video."
Is it live action or is it cartoon?
It's live action, and it is a black woman
Mm.
cosplaying as Miss Frizzle.
I would love a black Miss Frizzle. Red hair still?
Yep, she had like a red hair.
Can you give me a pic?
Little screen grab. Yeah, 1 second.
Oh, put a thumbnail so we could see on the thing if we can.
Okay.
Right here.
Yeah, we can do that.
It would, oh, you're grabbing her tits.
It doesn't seem as popular as you might think. It's, I guess, like there's.
Well, did you Google Miss Frizzle or Magic School Bus porn?
Oh, that's good.
Magic School Bus porn is really the way to go.
Nobody knows how to put an inquiry into Pornhub like this guy.
No, I don't even have to. My algorithms got me at this point.
Yeah, but don't you ever try to think like, okay, I need something new today.
But I just scroll and I like to go
It's
down.
like trying
link
a new
holes.
restaurant,
I just
you know?
scroll. You don't know what you're looking for. I just scroll.
There's something called
Yeah,
the
but it's-
Magic Screw Bus.
There we go. That's good. But that's just a bang
Oh.
bus
It's-
situation.
That's all. Ugh.
What would you
What?
name
What'd you
your...
say? Ew.
And they just look real young and that. I didn't like it.
I could never really look at...
Ben's really trying to.
I don't like the look of like
It was
the
a school bus that people were banging on, and they're like, on the line, right? Probably like 18 years old. And
Yeah.
I look at I feel like I don't like the look of porn, the average like porn type people. Like I don't like a super done up look. I like a super,
Agreed.
whatever. So I've
Give me the cell phone footage. That's what I want. Give me you're holding the cell phone and
I'm sure that's a thing too, right?
your
Amateur
wife's getting
porn.
banged by someone else. That's what I want to see.
That makes me feel better too. I know that sounds weird, but it's also so much more wholesome because it makes me feel like they weren't
Wife's getting
sex
fucked by other people.
just they weren't sex trafficked.
Oh,
You know
yeah,
that
yeah.
it's like consenting adults. Like it feels
Yeah,
more
yeah.
good.
Well, I think we solved your wife's problem.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Should we do
Oh,
a
let's
real?
do
I
a
feel
real
like we should-
recap.
I can finally go home.
Don't like Ben has to sleep in the podcast studio now, which is also my garage. So,
Is there a way? Is there a
him
way
and
to get
Baby
the
Yoda
tears
will be
out
good.
before you? If you want to get your emotional, whatever. Let's say it's not even tears, but anybody who has an emotional thing they don't like, is there a way to get it out before you have a confrontation?
I think instead of worrying about crying, like whether you're going to cry, just understand that crying's okay. I cry all the time. You should cry all the time. I cry in the shower. I cry. If you don't cry, you're a psycho.
I cry at happy things. I cry all the time too.
Yeah, there's no reason. You cry. That's
Except
it.
for when I'm very, very sad and then I'm like stone face and don't talk. And that never happens almost ever. So then you know I'm really sad when I
Yeah.
don't cry.
Yeah. I think there's nothing wrong with crying unless Ben is calling you a pussy. And then that I get why that's upsetting.
There's no crying in marriage, is what I keep yelling at her.
But honestly, anger in a confrontation isn't great either. So actually, I think tears are better than yelling. Like tears are better than. I think you get your point across when you're more like even keeled though. So maybe just like go slow.
Crying's
and-
okay.
And yeah, cry. Own it.
And, Ben looks like a good pillow to cry on. You
true.
could cry on that shirt. He wears black a lot. You don't have to worry about your makeup getting all over. It'll be fine.
Don't roll your eyes. Ben, part of the advice is for you. Don't make her feel like take whatever she's saying seriously.
Yeah, I will say this, is I think that call was about something specific. That's all I'm saying, because it didn't sound that general. And I bet you if we synced it up, you can remember that day. You'll be like, wonder what was happening that day.
No, well, it happened recently, but it's happened multiple times. And I think her frustration is about the composure. She wants to be able to have a conversation, but she feels so emotional that she can't just have a normal conversation.
Gotcha.
And I think Jamie is onto something where you're saying that she kind of needs to let those emotions out, gather herself, and then maybe even write something down. I think it's good advice.
I'm sure she really wants advice from her husband that this is about.
I'm
kidding.
No,
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah, you're right. I'm
I
just
said it
messing with you.
first. She knows him better, though. But I
Yes.
did say you should. I think that, at least for me, writing something down, I can be way more concise because I'm all over the map when I'm emotional. And I want to get so many different points across. So if I wrote it down, it hits harder because it's more concise. And then I'm getting my point across. And now we can, I guess, Andrew, tell Ben what this was really about. She's pregnant.
God damn it.
Wouldn't that be wild?
That would suck ass.
She wanted us to tell you the news.
My
Told y'all
bad.
before me, that would suck ass. I do.
That's funny.
They're going to go home and have a fight now that we helped.
That's true. You ever hit your wife, Ben?
Dude, she's actually the boxer. She'll kick my ass.
She ever hit you? Is she Hispanic?
She's, mixed.
I
Half
knew
Hispanic.
it. She ever hit you?
She tried. No.
We're going to get the tears from Andrew now, you pussy.
know,
We're going to hear
that's true.
stories about the ex.
I've been hit.
Oh.
I'm a victim.
But
Let's cancel that. Let's just cancel this podcast. I updated my website.
you did?
AndrewYoungblood.com. I did the whole thing myself. I was going to hire someone, and I just did it, and it's not great. But it's a whole new layout.
Squarespace.
There's a GIF. There's videos of me on other podcasts. There's videos of this podcast. There's a couple of me doing stand-up. There are all of my dates that I wanted to mention. I actually left a ton off, but all the ones coming up.
Well, some
Please
of
get
us
it.
put
my tapings
the
on there.
podcast info on their website. Like
The podcast is on there.
it is?
Yeah, watch. I'll show it to you after. It says it's got two big things to advertise. It scrolls. It goes live special taping November 10th at the Secret Group. Please get tickets for that. They're actually moving pretty quick, so I think I might sell out 2 shows. I'm very excited, and because we're fucking so far away, and I'm already selling tickets.
Yeah.
Anyways, and then it scrolls and it goes, check out Andrew's new podcast with Jamie Rowan. Click here, first episode out now.
He won't have coffee with her, but
I
he
will.
will.
I will podcast with her. Anyways, but that's it. That's all I gotta. Follow us other places.
Yeah, follow the Mess
The Mess
Hall
Hall.
Pod.
Send us letters. Get advice because we're really good at giving it. I don't know if you watched this episode.
Yeah.
And I'm going to Australia. Get tickets to that. I mean, I know we got a lot of Australian listeners.
Yeah.
So.
Down under.
and there they go.
And that's the podcast. Thanks so much. I just waved.